In studio guest Trevor Ohlsen following the break right here from Frog Country 1015. 4:34 on this Tuesday afternoon. It is the All Request Hour. Always brought to you by Scotty's Muffler and Service Center at the Four-Way Stop in Kingsford. Trevor Ohlsen in studio guest today, local area musician. We had mentioned this on Facebook earlier today. It's a guy that I've known for quite a few years, and I think this is like our third appearance. Trevor, nice to have you in here.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
And you're actually a little bit under the weather today, I think, right? Is that kind of the case?
You know, I woke up a couple days ago and was just sore throat, headache, all the usual wonderful stuff that comes along with life.
Yeah, so there we go. But you know what? You didn't bring the guitar in. That doesn't mean that we're not going to hear a song. We've got a song that we're going to play a little later. We'll talk about that. One of the big reasons we wanted to have you come in again today is catch up on what's going on with your career. But it's a big day for you because you actually have a new single that is available online and at a lot of the usual places. And we'll talk about some of those places that you can get this song. But this is a kind of a big deal because you went to Minneapolis and you've actually recorded a brand new song. And it's good. It's catchy. Let's talk a little bit about that. Tell us about the name of the song and a little bit about the nucleus of how this all came together.
Sure. Just like any other song, I just sat down one day in my room, wrote it, and I was writing it, and I was like, this is a fun, upbeat song. Which is usually not the case for me, for people who have listened to my music. Usually it's all quieter, just more easy listening stuff. And so I just went with it. I really liked it. It had a fun groove. It's just sort of a fun song, fun sort of atmosphere around it. And I can only do so much myself as a producer, just with my limited knowledge of what I have. So I said, let's go to Minneapolis. I know some producers there. I know that they want to take it on. So it was good, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you make that next step to have somebody produce it, it's going to take a little bit of effort. And the song is, you tell us the name of the song here. So
yeah, it's called Slip and Slide.
And Slip and Slide is available at a number of different outlets. And the thing that I took note of, anybody that follows you, certainly on Facebook, and maybe it was on Instagram, I think you're on that as well.
Yep.
You were building the momentum a little bit, telling people, hey, it's coming, it's here. You must have realized that you had something special with this one.
Yeah, I just wanted to, kind of build up the hype with it or whatever, but just to let people be aware that, I got a new single coming out. It's a little different. It's, like I said, more fun, upbeat, so I just kind of wanted to reach as many people in my audience as possible for the release. Now,
tell me about some of the outlets on social media. Somebody wants to buy that. A lot of people think, well, okay, maybe I just use iTunes strictly. Mm-hmm. Where can they view this? I think you mentioned there was a lyrical video on YouTube, right?
Yeah, so just put up the official lyric video today. It's on Spotify, so anyone can just stream it for free right on Spotify. But you can, I prefer if people, would grab it at iTunes, the iTunes store and download it. It's like $1. It's 99 cents.
You can't afford $1,
Yeah.
And I think, and it's catchy. It's something that's different and unique. Again, getting back to the nucleus of doing this, you must have decided all of a sudden, all right, look, I've got something here. I want to take the next step. You kind of have some ties to Minneapolis because you went to school there. So is that about how it came about? It's like, all right, I'm going to get a hold of a producer. How long did it take you to actually get the song recorded when you went over there?
So I wrote it, and I spent three or 4 days working on it just at my house, sort of, discovering what it was kind of sort of meant to be. And like I said, I could only take it so far. Know the producers, know some in Minneapolis because of my schooling there. And so I just messaged one of them, my good friend Taylor Lewin at Humans Wins. It's called Humans Wins Studio, something like that. And I knew that he'd be able to really add his skill set to it, and yeah.
And there you have it. And the thing is, in a sense, the fact that you're under the weather and you can't perform it maybe will hype it a little more so that we can get people to check it out. Like you said, the YouTube channel and iTunes is only $1. So
99 cents, baby.
99 cents. Support Trevor Ohlsen. That's who we're in studio with right now. New single is called Slip and Slide. Now, the last time we talked, you were talking about, and if you don't have anything set up here, you can bypass that, but we were talking about maybe doing something in Nashville. What's going on with that?
So I put up a video too, just to clarify what was going on, because a lot of people were wondering and asking. So I was with a company in Nashville for just about 6 months. The company just sort of wasn't delivering what they had promised, like their end of it. I was giving my end, they weren't really giving theirs. So we just decided to part ways. I won't say anything bad about them or anything like that, but it just wasn't working out. And so it was actually a good thing that, because I was going to go down there and work with some of their producers. And that's another reason why I ended up going to Minneapolis, because I knew this producer, I trusted him. And so it was just, it's a good lesson learned. That's all.
Yeah, well, okay. So we've got that, and it doesn't mean we're not going to hear from you today, because about a year ago, you were involved in something called UP Idol, and I think it...
906 Got Talent.
Okay, UP Idol, 906 Got Talent, and you ended up taking third place. Didn't it culminate with a performance, I think, at the UP Fair?
Yeah, second place.
You were second place?
Second. Almost got the first prize.
I got a bone up on my information here. Yeah, second place, and the performance was probably, you were doing some stuff at the Upper Peninsula State Fair, right?
Yeah, so I performed my song Michigan as the opener at the casino, made it through to the final rounds and stuff like that, which was at the State Fair. And then I did 2 more originals, one of my songs called Reaching, and then my other song, Speechless.
Okay, so you know what we're going to do right now? We're going to go ahead, and because you can't sing, but we're going to go ahead and listen again to your song called Michigan. And I think the last time you were here, I asked you to give a little bit of background before we played it, and I know it's a pretty special song to you. Can you tell us a little bit about the background of it?
Yeah, I hadn't been home in about 6 months. I was very homesick. I was missing my family. And that's just one way of how I get through some tough times, is I just sat down and I wrote it. And it's just about being away from home, and it's okay to have those feelings of being homesick and missing your family and friends. So that's how that one came about.
Yeah, and you know what? We're going to play it right now. I did get some radio airplay around the UP. Trevor Ohlsen in studio, and hear the recorded version of Michigan here at Frog Country 101.5. Frog Country 101.5, it is Trevor Ohlsen in studio today. The song that is very special to his heart, that is called Michigan. Very tender, very poignant, if I can use that word, song for you right there. That's not the same as the new song that we've been talking about, because we want to remind everybody why you're in here today. You've got a brand new single, and you can't sing it because you're not feeling well today, you didn't bring your guitar in or anything. But this is called Slip and Slide, something that is available everywhere online, as they say.
Everywhere.
YouTube has the lyrical video. You have a fan base that is going to be checking this stuff out. They're aware of it. You've been posting this on not only Instagram, but Facebook. There may be other outlets that you're using too that I'm not aware of, but there are people that can find this song, 99 cents on iTunes, right?
Correct, so, yeah.
So what's going on next? So we're going to see how the single goes, and what else are you doing in the meantime? Playing out in different places?
I've been, playing around town still. Have another single in the works, actually sent off to the same producer in Minneapolis. So I'm going to try to kind of work on releasing more music than I have been, because I have the material, and now it's all just about getting it recorded well and appropriately, and then released out, to have it available to everyone. So.
Well, a good producer can do a lot of work. There's a lot of artists that haven't used them, try to self-produce, and to make that next step, that's a good move right there. Trevor Ohlsen in studio with us today. The song is called Slip and Slide. Thanks so much for coming in, and
absolutely.
We got to play at least one song and talk a little bit about this. People, check out his Facebook page, like it, right? I guess that's to get a hold of you.
Give her a like, yeah. Facebook.com/Trevor Ohlsen. You can like and follow me there. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. all the likes,
You-
all
you're
the
just-
stuff.
You're everywhere. So Trevor Ohlsen with that new song right there. Thanks one more time for coming in again today.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
Slip
Definitely.
and Slide. Check it out. It's available on iTunes and everywhere else.
Spotify. You can just listen to it for free. You
For
don't
free.
even. Yeah, just enjoy
Yeah.
it.
If you don't have 99 cents, then like you said, Spotify, it's right there. We hope you get a lot of reaction to that. Then thanks again for coming in.
Thanks, Steve.
More coming up right here from Frog Country 1015.